Okay, we're live.
Okay. Welcome to the Tuesday, February 2nd Montgomery County Commission meeting. This meeting is being conducted by video conference via zoom.us due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This meeting will be live streamed on the county's Facebook page at Montgomery County, will be available on local public access television, DATV, and will be posted on the county's website at www.mcohio.org per guidelines approved by House Bill 197 and extended by House Bill 404. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Rice,
Here.
Commissioner Lieberman,
Here.
Commissioner Dodge.
Here. First off, we have Tom Kelly, and he is going to update us and talk about the UNCF kickoff.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Commissioner Dodge. I'd also like to thank all three of the county commissioners, as well as County Administrator Michael Colbert, for once again allowing UNCF to be one of the official Montgomery County workplace giving campaigns. It continues to show our commitment to investing in people, and in this case, our youth who have set their goals on a college education. We have partnered and we continue to partner with UNCF for our scholarship campaign because they have a long, more than 70-year history of collaboration with a very broad range of philanthropic partners to help low-income, minority, and students of all races and backgrounds. Over this time, UNCF has enabled more than 500,000 students to attend college, thrive, graduate, and become leaders across the United States, as well as in our own community. Our Montgomery County campaign began in 2013, and since then our staff countywide have donated well over $100,000 and 15 scholarships have been awarded. Last week, the commissioners approved opening up the scholarship applications period to allow for review of more students. So we're actually beginning that process right now so we can look forward to authorizing more scholarships. This year, because of the pandemic, we have adjusted to a virtual campaign and virtual activities. Some of those will be activities that are returning from prior years, and we also have some new ideas in this virtual environment for different kinds of activities. Every donation, no matter how large or how small, is important and appreciated. We certainly acknowledge that conditions are different this year as we move into the campaign. We have a host of UNCF coordinators from across the county departments, agencies, elected officials, and their offices. And I want to thank all of them for what they've done, what they continue to do to make the campaign successful each year. So we're kicking the campaign off this week. It'll run all 4 weeks during the month of February, and we look forward to having an exciting campaign again this year and raising as much money as we can to help youth who really need the assistance and have a financial need, no matter who they are, what their background is, and how we can help them make their way into and on through college. So with that, I'd ask if anyone has any questions or if I can provide any other information that may be helpful this week.
Is information going to go out to all of our employees?
Yes, we're working with Deb Decker in communications to make sure that we get emails out. We're also working with the coordinators I mentioned from all the departments, agencies, and the elected officials to informally spread the word through that network and make sure that we're connected as broadly as we can across the county.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'm glad that we're once again doing this because, you know, every scholarship that's provided is just incredible for these young people. So I'm glad that we've done a great job with this over the past, what, Tom, pushing 10 years, right?
This will be the 8th year for the campaign.
8th. Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Great.
Yeah, we really appreciate all of your support, and that's what's made it possible to keep the campaigns going. So we really appreciate it, and thank you for everything that you're doing.
Well, and it's just another example how, despite the obstacles for important things like this, you still find a way. So I would say these scholarships are as important as ever. So we can't let this pandemic, and we just figure it out. So thanks in advance to everybody involved.
Commissioners, I'd like to thank Tom and thank you for your support. You know, both me and myself and Tom are products of historically Black colleges and institutions. And it's very important, not just for those colleges, but that we have more students in the area that can get an opportunity to go to school and can get these scholarships. So thank you for your support. And Tom, thank you for leading this effort on behalf of the administration.
Thank you. Happy to do it and looking forward to a great campaign this year in a new environment.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, County Engineer.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, Administrator, and citizens online. Well, we just have one resolution today, Resolution 21-110, to accept the performance bond and subdividers contract for the Washington Glen Plat, Section 1 in Washington Township in the amount of $1,324,134.08.
I move for approval.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
County Sheriff.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under the County Sheriff, we have Resolution 111, participate and act as a subgrantee in a grant from the Ohio Department of Public Safety, Ohio Traffic Safety Office for funding of the Montgomery County OVI Task Force.
I move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Treasurer's Office.
Under the County Treasurer, we have Resolution 112, approve the opening and closing of bank accounts for the deposit of funds held by the Treasurer in 2020.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
County Administrator.
Under the County Administrator, under the Clerk's Office, we have approved the minutes of the meeting on January 26, 2021. Resolution 113, approval of bills, and that list is available in the Clerk's Office.
I move for approval.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Administrative Services, Tyler.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We have 6 resolutions for your consideration today. The first is 114. This is the of personnel actions. This list is available in the clerk's office. 115 authorizes a request for proposals for medical garments and laundry services for the Corner Crime Lab. 116 authorizes the purchase through a state term schedule cooperative contract from Mythix Incorporated for Oracle hardware and software support for the data processing department in an amount not to exceed $49,334.44 through December 31st of 2021. Resolution 117 authorizes the purchase from Site Location Partnership for trade show representation and networking services for the Community and Economic Development Department in an amount not to exceed $3,495. The last 2 resolutions extend price agreements for the Environmental Services Department. The first is 118 with JB Lawn and Landscaping Incorporated for yard waste recycling services through February 28th of 2022. And last is 119 with Utilitech for billing and mailing services through February 28th of 2023.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Environmental Services, Matt.
Thanks, Commissioners. I have 3 resolutions today. First is 120, authorizing agreement with Dayton Professional Baseball Club, LLC for advertising and play ball sponsorship services in an amount not to exceed $80,400 through December 31st, 2021. Resolution 121, accept an easement deed for sanitary sewer and water lines through property belonging to Miamisburg City Schools in connection with the development of Renegade and record the same. And Resolution 122, accept the 20% performance bond for the Washington Glen Development Sections 1 and 2 in the amount of $91,099.
Matt, I'm sorry, Commissioners. Matt, you want to talk a little bit about Resolution 120 before the Commissioners approve?
Sure, that's with our solid waste outreach group. They been having this partnership with Dayton Dragons for about, I think, 10 years. It's been a great way to get involved and get the community, the message out to the community. So it's been a great partnership with us.
I move for approval.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And, this is February and it's, kind of snowy and cold today. And boy, when, thinking about baseball coming up, that's a good feeling. So,
Sure is.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yep. Human Services, Tom.
Thank you. I have one item this afternoon under the Department of Job and Family Services. Resolution 123 will authorize a memorandum of understanding with the Office of Reentry to assist residents with navigation and access to multiple county programs through coordinated efforts through December 31st of 2021.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Business Services, Chris, you're on.
Yeah, good afternoon. Under Business Services, Resolution 124 authorizes an agreement with Kathy Storm to provide veterinary services for the Animal Resource Center in an amount not to exceed $8,000 through December 31st, 2021. And under Community Economic Development, we have Resolution 125 authorizing an agreement with William F. Bergman for backup plans examiner consulting services for the Building Regulations Department in the amount of $40,000 through December 31st, 2021.
I move for approval.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Under County Commissioners, 20-126, appoint Diane Farrell to the Arts and Cultural District for a 3-year term ending February 1st, 2024.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Under comments by County Administrator, Michael.
Sorry, Commissioners. I have no additional comments at this time, Commissioner.
Well, I'll jump in. One event I'm looking forward to this week is actually last week it started. The Dayton Business Journal and business journals across the country had a webinar with Richard Florida. And I remember when he was in town probably a decade ago talking about the creative class. Well, there's going to be a panel this coming Thursday, and I'm going to serve on that panel with Dan McCabe from CareSource and Sandy Goodorf from the Downtown Dayton Partnership. And the whole topic that he talked about was the future of cities. And he's really taken he's been studying how cities responded to pandemics in the past. And so he's predicting that cities around the country will certainly bounce back, but there have been changes. And what pandemics often do is to accelerate trends that are already happening. So, one that we are all aware of is the increase in remote working and learning. And it also, the pandemic's obviously shown, and he talked about some of the inequities and gaps that we have as we go into the future. And so those are the kind of things that the three of us will be talking, our perspectives on how the county and the city of Dayton is, but I'm also going to be including the various cities within the county are prepared for the challenges ahead, and some of the assets that we have that are really encouraging. So it should be a good discussion on Thursday.
Yeah, it should be. As he was speaking last week, I thought about when he came here. Well, it's been over 10 years now, but some of the things that we have done that have been successful moving forward with creative classwork and the way we divide it into different teams. And some of the ones that just stand out to me is the work that Up Dayton does every year. We help support that financially, but the young people there are just amazing, the ideas and the creativity that comes out of the work they do. And then our support as a county through SOCHI for internships, because we know if we can get kids in college the internships, maybe we can keep them here, in the county. So, I'm just really, it caused me to reflect and then think about the next 10 years And I was really happy to hear the governor yesterday when he talked about kind of the same stuff that we're talking about locally. We want to make sure that Montgomery County is the best place for people to locate, especially now when people can work remotely. We have to give them a reason. So I'm glad you're doing that this week. And we'll just keep working at it. And, you know, once we get over COVID, we'll go back to some of those initiatives that we were really working on and excited about.
Well, and I have to jump in on something else. So I got to take a tour of the arcade on Saturday because the land bank that Judy and I serve on sponsored one of the turkeys in the rotunda, and they totally restored them. Anyways, took a tour of that, and actually today UD is starting to move in to the hub, and it is an exciting place to be. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I can't wait till the whole community can get out there. They were predicting that the main rotunda will be ready for renting for events like weddings and all of that by this spring. So, and I think that it's going to be a real shot in the arm for the community that this project went through, you know, proceeded on despite the pandemic. So it's something really exciting. And it certainly points to the kind of things that Florida was talking about, how you build on your assets. And I think we have a lot of assets and we just keep layering more and more of them on. Doesn't mean we don't have challenges,
right?
Not disagreeing with that, but we have a lot of good things going for us. So it should be a great conversation.
It should be. And, you know, when you look back to when he was here over 10 years ago, we would have never thought the arcade would be in play. You know, it was mothballed and look what's happened. And, you know, I noticed a kind of not a shift, but he's kind of changed his terminology as far as creative class, and he calls it talent. And, you know, we know that we have talent here, and with things like UD and what they're doing at the Innovation Hub, and it's exciting. And so, you know, I know we're going to keep being that place for people to want to be and keep our talent here. So I'm excited about that. The other thing I'm excited to give a little bit of an update about is our West Town Center. And I think we have a few slides about that. It's exciting for us. It's something that we've talked about. And so the full title is the West Town Employment Opportunity Center, or EO. And just look at it. It's just going to be wonderful. It's going to be such a great anchor at West Town too. And, you know, as the buzz gets out about it, more and more people are talking about West Town and what else can be there, not just at the West Town center itself, but in the area. And so I am just so glad that we made this investment and in the West Side. And it's so, I mean, just look at it. It's going to be state of the art. And the point of it isn't to replicate the job center. That's not our goal, but it's a supplement, and we're in the neighborhood, and there you see the youth room, and that is just going to be incredible for the young people in our community that come there. It's going to have this cafe, which is kind of cool, cafe, and it's a resource room. So we approved the lease for this building in October. And ever since, we did a little kind of, not groundbreaking, but a little ribbon cutting kind of, you know, we're doing this, moving full forward. And once again, something that we're really good at is working with partners, because we know we can't do everything ourselves. And we have great partners in this community. So Sinclair Community College is a partner in this. MVCTC is a partner in this. And so what we're doing now, you know, the team's in there working on it, doing the construction, but our staff is also working with the partners to map out their needs, and then they'll have space. And it's just exciting. And so we are really hoping to have this building completed by summer. So big move. It'll just be so great. And as you can see, it's beautiful, and we'll give people that they're going to a professional, high-tech place for their needs. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Mhm.
Bright and cheerful. So,
Yeah.
when
I love the
people
color.
get in, they're going to feel welcome.
For sure.
That's great. Well, that's exciting. And, but I also kind of wanted to share for just a minute here, a resource for all things COVID related. We get a lot of calls here at the county in our offices about all kinds of questions about COVID. So, Public Health Dayton and Montgomery County, they have a web page. So you can go to their web page at www.phdmc.org. That's www.phdmc.org. And up on the top, just below their banner, you'll see COVID-19 vaccine information here. See right there, I can see it if you can see it on your screen. COVID vaccine information here and COVID-19 general information here. So, as I said, we have a lot of people with a lot of questions about this. And so I think this is just a wonderful, wonderful tool for people to just be able to get up there. They update it every single day with new information. If they don't have any new information, it's the same information. And I think that's really going to be a big help to people because I know it's just been frustrating. And this is a way that they can actually see what is going on in our community. Because as I say, as I end, here it is, the mask. If you can see it, the mask, please, please, please wear your mask. We're getting to the end, hopefully. And so you just got to hang in there. We're going to be just fine, but hang in there, wash your hands, stay socially distant, 6 feet apart. So,
Okay, and I have some depressing news to add. The Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow.
I know.
So we have 6 more weeks of this. Now we always do, but I think it's pretty funny. But he did see his shadow. But I saw something else today. They were talking about February 2nd, Groundhog Day. I mean, in a way, we feel like we've been in a Groundhog Day since last March. So happy Groundhog Day to everybody. And let's, as Judy said, let's do our part and make sure we're wearing our masks, socially distancing. And again, that's the landing place at the health department. But, so many people are frustrated about the rollout. And I know I just heard a blurb that the federal government's going to try to be pushing more to CVS and Walgreens. So everybody take a deep breath. We'll all get vaccinated and we just have to do the best we can.
Yep.
Punxsutawney Phil is only 50% accurate, they said.
Good.
But so he's right on about where the National Weather Service is.
Well, that's true. They had the whole East Coast so scared overnight, and then like Boston got an inch. So, you never know.
Our storms have been really difficult to tell because it's either a degree or 2 above or below freezing makes a big difference.
Right.
And we don't know until an hour before what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you, by the way. You guys did a great job over the weekend. Thank you.
They are tired.
I bet they are.
I'll bet. Okay. Well, our next commission meeting will be Tuesday, February the 9th at 1:30.
And move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Aye.